Alright gamers, welcome back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures, episode 188, episode 38 on our Dwarven Paladin. Let's jump back in, shall we? Now it is, full discretion, it is a little late at night. It's about 1:30, so we'll probably just go for a clean hour tonight. But first things first, we're pretty much done here in Red Ridge. We will come back in the future, probably around I want to say maybe 27, 28, 30, even though we are, or not 27, 28, 29, 30, somewhere in that range. Even though really all that's left here are some elite quests. We have Fangor, we need to escort Kishan, finish up the Blackrock Champions. We have Looking Further. These are all sketchy elite quests. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to do any of the elite quests, but I definitely want to do Fangor, finish the champions, and attempt at Kishan. But Kishan...
Where would you like to fly to?
...is in a cave. He's surrounded by a lot of level 24, 25 casters, humanoids that are in a cave that run when they're close to death. So it's just got me a little dicey about those quests. But for now, we're heading to Stormwind. We're going to talk to Colin Morin, turn in the scroll that we have for him. I'll probably go talk to Milton Sheaf too real quick. I want to do some crafting and drop off some of this stuff because we have a bunch of stuff that just needs to be used and dropped off. The wool I'm thinking about keeping. Apparently it is used for blacksmithing. We haven't seen any of the patterns that use it yet, but I mean, apparently it's in there. I guess I could take a look while I'm flying. Blacksmithing, what about, our first helmet we'll get at 29. 170 is the skill that I need for it, so I could actually learn that right now. This thing is going to be really nice to make. I think I get to make a full green iron set. And let's just take a look at what that looks like. So green iron. There is, wow, a green iron hauberk. That's cool. I might still keep using the shining silver breastplate once we make that though, but we get this one at 180, requires level 31. It's less strength, but it is more stamina, which I guess could be cool. Green iron, green iron, green iron. No belt, unfortunately. Man, there's a large gap in belts from level 13 to 47. That's insane. And then green iron, although those are kind of bad, but we look sick, bro. That's actually a cool ass look. Any weapons or anything like that? 250 is pole arms. Check the maces. One-handed, because I do want to switch to one-handed at some point soon. The mighty iron hammer. That's kind of cool. Might be decent. Any shields? There's no way that's the only shield you get to craft. That's insane. Really skimping on the shields there, huh? We'd look pretty cool in a full green iron set. That might be the goal. But, swing by the bank first. What am I doing? I'm going to try and be quick with all of this crafting and stuff, just so we don't waste a ton of time. Cunty Bozo. What a name.
Welcome to the Bank of Stormwind. We offer financial accounts and safety deposit boxes for valuable items. Do you already have an account with us, sir?
Unfortunately, I do. Only issue is we don't really have many coarse grinding stones, and I think I need them for the boots. That sucks. I don't need any for my chest piece, though. That's kind of nice. And then we're moving on to heavy grinding stones pretty soon. I can make 2, I guess. That's not bad. So 6 and 6 is 12. Give me 12 bars. Give me 2 silver bars, and we can make 2 of these bad boys. At this point, I think I'm going to get rid of the rough grinding stone. I don't have space for it. And you know what? Keep 100 because I'm going to start seeing less copper at this point, but I guess I'm just going to sell all of these. Is there anything that I could make that's worth like a decent amount? The belts are 2 silver, the boots are 3, so those are bronze. These are actually a decent amount. 2.25. 2.9, and I just need thread. Although it's fine thread, I think each fine thread goes for a silver each, so I lose a little bit of money there. Yeah, it seems like my best bet is honestly these bracers. At most, I can make 6 of them. Right? Yeah, 6. So I just need 60, so that's, 5. Craft those down, and then those can be made into more bronze, and then whatever's left of that copper I'll probably just sell. I'll keep the wool. Just for now, it might be worth keeping. Am I going anywhere that... Yeah, we are going somewhere that actually might need water breathing. Keep that bad boy, keep this bad boy. I think I just need to chuck the murloc fins. Like, I could make one more bit of soup, and I probably should. What do I need for the soup? Just hot spices? Okay. To save time, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna pause while I get all this crafting done, and I'll resume and I'll show you guys what all we made, just to save some time. I don't want to spend 20-30 minutes here in Stormwind crafting. None of it's really gonna matter. I will resume when we learn some new recipes, though, I guess. So I'll do that at the end, but I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, gamers, not actually that much time was spent. We did walk away with 2 extra points in our blacksmithing. I'd like to make more of these if I can before they go green, obviously,
Don't let the humans in the bazaar fool you, lad, with the subway those gnomes built. It's...
Thank you, Kaita. Let's sell all this stuff real quick. Couple bracers, couple boots, some excess garbage there. We're up to 13.3 gold. Now we're gonna head to... I guess since we're over here, let's go talk to Milton Sheaf real quick. We're technically supposed to read some books in here. I guess I'll read one real quick. Clear out our target macro because we're going to a new zone. We're going to the wetlands for the first time. Books to read, we've got 5 in the Stormwind library to read. And if it's not on this list, then that means we need to read it. I think there's a lot in there that we need to read. So let's just take a old peek old gander here, see. Switch these around. I think we might get back to the mace for a bit here. My mace skill is falling a little bit behind compared to my polearm skill. 133 out of 135 versus 98 out of 135. Defense is also pretty good. Across the board, our skills are okay, but alright, let's take a peek. So we haven't read the Caldore and the Well of Eternity, at least I don't think. Not yet, Milton. Aftermath of the Second War, we've read this one. The Alliance of Lordaeron, we've read that one. The Guardians of Tirisfal, the New Horde, we've read the New Horde, right? Yes. The Guardians of Tirisfal, I thought we read that. We definitely read this. I'm like 90% sure we read this. Let me skim through this real quick. With the absence of trolls in the Northlands, the elves, Qualdore, even society of Earthor grew and prospered, the authority and fearful. Yeah. Maybe we haven't read this. I think I want to come back to that one. So this is the only book that we haven't read on this table. We've read the New Hordes. There's actually a lot of these books that we have read by now. The Caldore and the Well of Eternity, I don't think we've read. And that's the... Oh wait, Beyond the Dark Portal. Have we read that? Doesn't appear so. Let's read this one. It's short and sweet. Beyond the Dark Portal. Let me go ahead and put it in the list too. So it really should just be, what, 2 in Stormwind Library that we need to read now? Only a few months after Netherguard's completion, the energies of the Dark Portal coalesced and opened up a new gateway to Draenor. The remaining Orc clans, under the leadership of the elder shaman Ner'zhul, charged forth into Azeroth once again. Intent on stealing a number of magical artifacts that would increase Ner'zhul's power, the Orcs plan to open up new portals in Draenor that would allow them to escape their doomed Red World forever. Convinced that Ner'zhul was planning a new offensive against the Alliance, King Tyrannus of Lordaeron sent his armies into Draenor to end the Orcish threat once and for all. Led by Khadgard and General Turalyon, the Alliance forces clashed with the Orcs across the burning landscape. Even with the aid of the Elven Ranger Illyria, the dwarf Kurdran, and the veteran soldier Danath, Khadgar was unable to prevent Ner'zhul from opening his portal to other worlds. The tremendous magical storms caused by the portal's converging energies began to tear the ravaged world apart. Ner'zhul, followed only by his most trusted servants, managed to escape through one of the portals, as Khadgar fought desperately to return his comrades to Azeroth. Realizing that they would be trapped on the dying world, Khadgar and his companions selflessly decided to destroy the Dark Portal so that Azeroth would not be harmed by Draenor's violent destruction. So that's why we have all those statues of them scattered throughout Stormwind. That's why they're in this back room there. That's why they're at the entrance of Stormwind. It's because they sacrificed themselves to close up the Dark Portal so that Azeroth would be safe. That's really cool. I didn't know that. By all accounts, the heroes were successful in destroying the portal and saving Azeroth, but whether or not they escaped the death throes of Draenor remains to be seen. Damn, I did not know that. Oh wait, there's one more book in here. So Aegwynn and the Dragon Hunt. We haven't read that one, right? So it should be 3 books here. Then we have 3 in the War Room. But for now, let's talk to Milton Sheaf.
Metallurgy? Yes, we have many books on the subject and are happy to aid Brother Christoph with his speech. Now, which particular book was it the good brother needed?
He didn't... Well, he told us, I guess, specifically.
The Stresses of Iron. Yes, I know the book. Quite a good one. Written by the dwarven miner Margulf Blagan a few decades ago. He spent most his time deep in the mountains of Khazmodan, digging ore. Smart fellow. But where was I? Oh yes, The Stresses of Iron. I'm afraid the book was moved to the Northshire Abbey. The caretaker of the Abbey's library, Brother Paxton, wanted to make a copy of the book for his own shelves. But that was months ago. I wonder why it's taking him so long.
So that's all the way back in the starting zone. But it will give us a chain, ink supplies, Rethbon, or return to Christoph. Alright, let's go talk to Colin Morin real quick. I might run back to Brother Paxton, because ink supplies might send us somewhere out in the world, and it's around our level. I should get it done. That'll probably be one that I pause and just run out there on my own. It shouldn't take very long to get out there, but just trying to save some time. Colin Morin will give us a chain here. Devils in Westfall, special delivery for Gaxum. So he's going to send us back out to Westfall too. Interesting. You know you want to give me a priest buff? I'm right behind you. Nothing? There it is. My man. He gave us 20 stamina, so 200 extra health. Priest buffs are so good, man. I'm just giving you a little bit of mana. But it is, what, rank 2 at this point? 15 mana per 5 is, you know, it's nice for a caster. The Sewer Beast. There's Colin.
How are you?
Hello, friend. What can I do for you? A scroll from Morin.
Now this spell you need. One that will allow you detonate explosives from a distance. I think I have it. A messaging spell. I believe that's the effect he's looking for. I'll have to create a scroll with the spell impressed upon it. To do that, I'll need debris from a dust devil. While I gather
that's
the
why we
rest
have
of
to
the
go.
components, why don't you head to Westfall and find one of the foul creatures? They are dangerous. But I'm sure it's nothing you can't handle if you're willing to subject yourself to one of Gaxim's experiments. I'll be here when you return.
Right, and then what's this business that you need us to do? Retrieval for Morin?
Travelers keep asking me about the Stone Talon Mountains. It seems to be a popular place for adventure.
We are going back out there.
It doesn't matter if you're seeking wyvern, elementals, or you have business with the venture company within the Charred Vale. Deep in Stone Talon, there used to be a species of basilisks whose scales, when ground to dust, made a wonderful reagent for some spells I've created. If those basilisks still live, I would love to have a few of their scales. Take your time. It is no rush, but I can pay well.
So it's a nice little wand, basically a quarter of a gold piece right there. I think I am going to head out to Westfall real quick and try and hunt down that dust devil dust, or debris. But first, let's head to Northshire Valley. So I'm going to pause while I run, and I'll resume when we get out there, and then I'll pause again, and I'll head into Westfall, and we'll hunt down some dust devils, try and get that debris. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright gamers, we are pulling up into Northshire Valley. We'll hit the Abbey real quick and talk to Brother Paxton, see if he has that book on metallurgy. He was supposed to be making a copy of it, but apparently it's been here a couple months now, so. Let's hit you with a mana buff. Oh, you're too low. Wait. Is he upstairs? Is this the guy that we helped get some wine for? No, that's Niels. Where is this guy? Says he's downstairs, so he has to be in here. Oh, this is the library. Okay, Brother Paxton.
Mr. Sheaf is wondering where his book is? Well, this is a tad embarrassing. I have the book, but I'm still making my copy, and I'm not quite ready to give the original up.
Good lord, brother.
I've been meaning to finish my copy of The Stresses of Iron, but, well, you see, I make my own ink for books I copy. It's my own recipe. It doesn't run or smear, and it dries very quickly. Unfortunately, it dries too quickly. My last batch dried up before I could finish the copying job, and I haven't had the chance to make more ink. To make more, I need Rethben iron ore from the Red Ridge Mountains. Foreman Oslo and Lakeshire is my usual supplier.
Right. Any books in here that I can actually take a peek at? I didn't know this was over here. Oh, Civil War in the Plaguelands. Have you read this? Doesn't look like it, but I'm going to add it to the list real quick. Just because I don't want to have to come back here in the future. Nurzul, the Lich King, knew that His time was short. Imprisoned within the Frozen Throne, he suspected that Kil'jaeden would send his agents to destroy him. The damage caused by Illidan's spell had ruptured the Frozen Throne. Thus, the Lich King was losing his power daily. Desperate to save himself, he called his greatest mortal servant to his side, the Death Knight Prince Arthas. Though his powers were drained by the Lich King's weakness, Arthas had been involved in a civil war in Lordaeron. Half of the standing undead forces, led by the Banshee Sylvanas Windrunner, staged a coup for control over the undead empire. Arthas, called by the Lich King, was forced to leave the Scourge in the hands of his lieutenant Kel'Thuzad, as the war escalated throughout the Plaguelands. Ultimately, Sylvanas and her rebel undead, known as the Forsaken, claimed the ruined capital city of Lordaeron as their own, constructing their own bastion beneath the wrecked city. The Forsaken vowed to defeat the Scourge and drive Kel'Thuzad and his minions from the land. Weakened but determined to save his master, Arthas reached Northrend only to find Illidan's Naga and Blood Elves waiting for him. He and his Nerubian allies raced against Illidan's forces to reach the Ice Crown Glacier and defend the Frozen Throne. So this is how Sylvanas actually freed the Forsaken, the undead, is because Arthas had to leave at a critical time. It's kind of crazy. Is there any more books in here before I leave? I just want to triple check. The Mage Trainer's up here. Okay, that's it. Alright, I'm going to pause. I'm going to run to Westfall, and I'll resume when we get to Westfall. Once we get the debris from Westfall, I'll fly to Red Ridge. We'll talk to... I know it's like right here, yeah. We'll talk to whoever that we need to talk to and get that ink. Or the ore, the Rethban ore, and then we'll probably have to come back here, so... Just gonna pause to save some time, but I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Alright guys, we are touching down in Westfall. Thought we were done here, honestly, but nope. We're looking for some Dust Devils now, so... Thankfully a druid hit us with some buffs before we flew out, but Dust Devils are very far and few between in this zone. They're very... Need I say rare? You're lucky to find one. So hopefully the first one that we find has what we need. There's one. Nice. I'm just going to leave that copper for someone else. I think I'll start with the Seal of the Crusader and then obviously Judgment it. It's 100% drop chance. Good. Good. Just kite this thing back. I'm gonna go ahead and Hammer of Justice that. Looks like it's gonna go off. Oh, nope. Ooh, we got some pants for that too. Raider's Leggings of the Whale. 7.5 silver right there. They match the drip, but I kind of like showing the legs still. Alright, we got the debris. Sell these pants real quick, and then I'm flying to Lakeshire. We'll get that ore real quick. It's probably going to send me back to the Abbey though, is the thing. A lot of running around.
Where are you going? Well, if you're looking to get there quickly, then look no further.
I'm not going to pause while we fly this, just because it's a short flight, but if it does take me back to the Abbey, then I'll pause. I'll run back to... Oh, that's not the rare, okay. I thought that was the rare for a second. If it does take me back to the Abbey, then obviously I'll pause. Oslo, Foreman Oslo, that was his name. I'd say I know we've talked to him before, I just can't remember what his name is, but he's right around here. We helped him get the iron pikes and spikes, something like that. Don't necessarily remember exactly what it was. I know it was pikes and something, but... I like that the bags are kind of a nice colorful assortment at this point. What do we need? 4 more levels until we get Seal of Command, which is really exciting. This seal is insane, so Gives the Paladin a chance to deal an additional holy damage equal to 70% of the normal weapon damage. So this is really good for if you're using a two-handed weapon, obviously. Because the higher the weapon damage, you have 70% of that going into your swings instead of the raw number that you get from Seal of Righteousness. But then when you judge it, it can unleashing the seal will judge the enemy instantly, causing 66 to 71 holy damage, 132 to 141 if the target is stunned or incapacitated. So if you want to do a big chunk of damage, you can obviously Hammer of Justice them and then hit them with the Seal of the Command. But ideally, the whole point of it is, I think you do Repentance, which is puts the enemy in a state of meditation, incapacitating them for 6 seconds. Any damage will waken them up. So you hit them with a Repentance, and then you Judgment the Seal of Command to do a large chunk, right? Or you do Hodge, or you do both, right? Like if you're full Ret Paladin, you can do both. And then of course you could juggle between Seal of Command, get the stun, switch to the Seal of Justice, get the stun, switch to the Seal of Command, then judge it with the stun. There's some cool combos you can do there. But for us, since we're just going to go 11-11, 11 Holy, 11 Ret, and then the rest of our points in Prot, it'll mostly just be Hammer of Justice. And then of course that's why we're going to get the cooldown on Hammer of Justice, so I can do it more frequently and get bigger numbers out of our Seal of Command. But Oslo?
You need what? Maybe you haven't noticed, but we're busy fortifying Lakeshire's defenses and repairing damage from recent orc attacks. If you need Rethben iron ore, you'll have to get it yourself. Rethben ore is named after the man who first found it, Bart Rethben. When smelted, it's not as strong as iron, but its ore has a dark, flat color that some scribes use in their dyes. It can be found in the Rethben caverns north of here. We usually have some in stock, but we're too busy preparing for orc attacks to gather any. And besides, Redridge gnolls are now living in the Rethben caverns, and their drudgers are gathering the ore themselves. So if you need some, you'll have to get it yourself.
Well, we might be we might be waiting for tomorrow to start the wetlands at this point. A lot of back and forth here on the Alliance. But we might as well get this done while we're here. Might even run up and see if there's a couple more champions we can take on. Do you think I can get back there from here? Also, do you think I can squeeze past these boys without pulling all of them? 19, 20, 19. I don't like the look of this, man. I think I should clear out a path if I'm going to do that. Oh, good. This Basher's a patrol. With that Basher down, I bet I could squeeze in there. Alright, listen. Parry, parry, miss, dodge. It feels even worse when you have like a weaker one-handed weapon when that stuff happens. I think I can squeeze past them. Come on, boys, come on. Oof, that kind of spooked me, I'm not gonna lie. This is the way, right? I know that there was a chest back in that, I'm gonna switch to the mace, or the polearm for now. Okay, this looks like it's the right cave. Some tin. Throw a quick flash or two on ourselves. We still have 9 minutes of our priest stamina buff, a couple seconds left on Thorns, 20 minutes left on Mark of the Wild. We made it a little bit more Murloc fin soup, which is nice, but... Let's go ahead and drink a little bit, eat some of the Murloc fin soup, and then from now on I'll use mostly the Strider stew and just try and use the rest of that, but... 4 silver cloak right there, it's not bad. Is this not the cave? Like, where is this cave? Oh, the ore, does it only drop from the actual nodes itself? I'm gonna pull that Mystic, but I'm gonna have to line of sight pull it over here. He's gonna heal this guy. I think the Rethman ore actually just comes from ore itself here. So we have 2 nodes of tin. Hopefully I hit all of it here. Ooh, we got a moss gate though. Come on now, you gotta give me 1. That's tragic. I really pulled you? Oh, this could be bad. I think I go for the Mystics first. Oh, the others reset. Good. I don't mind taking on 2 Mystics at once. Where's this cave? Because it's definitely not this cave. Oh, it's... okay, I see, I see. Should be able to sneak past these guys. And I think it's just to the right here. Like, maybe I have to go, like, right around there. That's the tin. This is copper. Let me hit the copper, too, just in case there's some on this node. Not very lucky with this Rethman ore. Actually, very unlucky. But okay, this is the cave. Rethman Caverns. Switch back to the one-handed mason shield at this point. I think we should be fine. Scroll the stamina. Oh, we've already got a more powerful spell on. And we have the sheath bug. Nice. Okay, so the drudgers have a 50% chance of dropping it. This actually might be a nice cave for some ore. Little 2-piece. These are humanoids, meaning they're gonna run when they're near death. Miss, miss. Parry, miss, miss. There's a piece of the ore. Yep, there's some more tin in here. That's good. Get ready, here comes the other dredger, which is fine. Gives me a chance to use some AoE here. They swing really fast because they're basically Fury Warriors. This is where it's nice to have the shield, because I can just block, parry, miss, block, miss. Like we're negating dodge, negating a lot of this damage, miss, parry. But my damage is much weaker. 135 crit, that's not bad. Is there a rare in these caves? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so specifically the Drudgers are the ones that can drop the ore. There's another piece. Ardo Dirt Ball. There's some tin near him as well, so 2 nodes of tin in here. Maybe even more. I'll check for chests. Nothing so far that we can see. He is surrounded by a few, and it looks like he's got a like a blinding ability where I'm gonna either have a lot of miss chance or maybe it stuns me or something like that, but there's a piece of Rethman ore from the nodes. Oh, 2 pieces. There's our 5th piece. Copper, tin. I want to go for the tin, so I do think I'm going to try and take on Ardo. It's only a 2-piece, unfortunately. I'm going to fight my way up there just in case I have to dip out. Let's go for this Dredger as well at the same time. I think we go for the Mystic, then the Dredger, and then we try and probably kill the Alpha. Just take them on one by one. It's definitely going to be a polearm angle, I think. And I'm probably going to have to use some healing. I just have to be very careful I don't get knocked down, so... During the heal, that is. Might even have to bubble here. I'll make sure we're fully buffed. Unfortunately, I lost my priest buff. We'll drink a Rumsies. The shield does feel nice for those kind of mobs. Alright. Yeah, I think we go Mystic, then the Drudger, take out the Alpha, and then we kill Ardo. I'm gonna try and rock it with the shield for now. Switch to concentration. Go ahead and get a heal. Yeah, chance to hit by quite a bit dropped there. Cleanse whatever that is. Just keep smacking away. Won't miss that. Another Holy Light. Now we're gonna switch to the polearm here. Cleanse it. Might drink a mana potion here, we'll see how it goes. This chance to miss is so brutal, bro. Drink a mana potion. Heal up again. Alright, let's let the mana regen at this point. If he goes to Sling Mud again, I can just cleanse that, it's not a big deal. Get out of it though. And we're gonna Hodge him if he tries to sling the mud. Alright, that was pretty intense, I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully this is a 4-piece. Battered chest back here too. Okay, it was worth it. At least it's not a 2-piece. A 3, that's not bad. We'll take a 3. We also got 12 coarse stones, so that's 6 coarse grinding powder, or coarse grinding stones. It's the first mana potion that I drank over a health potion. Mana potion's actually really valuable on a Paladin. Kind of saved that bit for me there. Miss, parry, miss. Okay, big hit there, 30. You got a piece. Parry. Parry. Actual garbage. We got some more Rethman ore though, I guess. Nothing worth keeping really. Alright, let's get out of here. I still am going to come back for the champions later, I think, so let's go ahead and hearth, just get it on cooldown. We'll head back to Oslo. He should give us a quest to go back to the Abbey, I imagine. So we can give him the ink and then get the book back.
Welcome to my inn, weary traveler.
Thank you, Brianna. Sell one of these. I don't think we can use the Rethman ore for anything else. The rest of that can go. 13.5 at this point. Training next level is going to cost us what? 2 gold. It's not bad at all. Who do I bring this ore to? Oh, I have to bring it to Paxton. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to pause as I run here, and then I'll resume when we get to the Abbey. So I'll see you guys in just a second. All right, gamers, a lot of pausing this episode, back and forth, but we're back in the Abbey. Let's go talk to Brother Paxton. Bring him this ore. He can make his ink for his copy. Hopefully we get that book back from him. Do you have the Rethman ore?
Oh, splendid. I can use this ore to make my dye and then can finish copying the stresses of iron. Thank you, adventurer.
Now that I've finished copying the book, here's the original stresses of iron. Thank you for your patience, and if you see Milton, please tell him I'm sorry for the long delay.
Can I read this? Oh, I can't even read this. All right, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to pause while we head back to, I believe it's Stormwind. We'll talk to Brother Christoph, turn this in. We'll be done with this chain. That's 2,000 experience right there. And we need to head back to Colin. And then from there, I think we're going to fly from Stormwind to the wetlands. And we should have enough time to at least take all of the quests that we're going to start tomorrow. So that is the plan for the rest of this session. So I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Alright, gamers, we only have probably one more pause tonight. After we turn these 2 quests in, we'll pause and fly to the wetlands, set our hearth there, and probably at least just accept all the quests and then rest in the inn for the night. Just depending on how the time is looking right now, honestly. I might have a little bit of time to go kill some murlocs or something, but... Hello, friend. Hey, Bale, have you found the component I need?
Allow me just a few moments and I shall have your scroll ready for you.
Creating scroll. Should only take a moment. Special delivery for Gaxim.
Here you are, adventurer. This should do nicely. Please give my regards to Gaxim when next you see him. I look forward to hearing about this adventure when it sees its completion. Farewell.
Cool. Scroll of messaging for Gaxim. Now let's take the stresses of iron to Christoph, right? Wait, does he not need it? Oh, that's right. Kristoff is here in the Cathedral Square, so... That wraps up this chain. We could make 22 more bronze bars, which is kind of nice, and 6 more coarse stone, which is, you know, more boots. And I need to learn the helmet from the blacksmith trainer anyways, so I might as well do that while I'm over here as well. And then from there we'll just drop off the excess into the bank and fly to the wetlands. We'll go ahead and take all the quests that we're going to take for tomorrow. We should have 7 free spaces for quests that we can take. Brother, don't ever send me on some shit like this again, man. This was bullshit, and you know it. Were you able to find the book?
That's the one. Thank you, adventurer. May the light shine brightly upon both your body and spirit.
Give him a buff, because why not? Basically for 7 silver. Now, it was good reputation and good experience, but... I'm going to see if I can learn silk bandages from the first aid trainer in here. Shayna?
I've heard it said that Deneb Walker,
Yes.
holed up in Stromgard, has a book that is sure to help improve your first aid techniques.
We know all about that. So, what, 6 bars from our next training? And we don't get much at 28. We get a lot at 30. We get, what, 6 spells at 30? Seal of Light being the most exciting, but definitely learning Seal of Light, definitely learning Lay on Hands, Holy Light, Divine Intervention, hell, even Devotion Aura. Consecrate, rank 2 is for sure, but thankfully it's cheap because it's a talent, so you don't have to spend you know, a lot of money on it, but it's looking like it's going to be 5.5 gold at level 30 to learn all of our spells. Then we get a little bit of a break at 32 where it's only going to be 2 spells. We're skipping Seal of the Crusader. And then at 34 we're back into it where we're going to be spending some money. Going to learn Blessing of Wisdom, Divine Shield, Flash of Light, and Seal of Righteousness. And by 32 we'll have Seal of Command, which is nice. So Seal of Command is definitely pushing me towards a bigger weapon because it is 70% of the weapon damage, but oh, look at that moon. That's nice. Alright, I'm going to get all this crafting done and then put the rest of the stuff in the bank and fly to the wetlands. I'll resume when we get there. That way we can kind of have a little bit of time collecting those quests and whatnot. So I'll, real quick, let's talk to Therum.
So you want to be a blacksmith, eh? Grab an apron and...
Wait, is there not an artisan? Oh, I'm going to have to go to Ironforge, aren't I? Yeah, I think so. Alright, well, I'll do that, I'll do that probably tomorrow, because I am going to be in the wetlands, so... Like I said, I'm going to pause while we get all this made, and I'll resume when we have everything done. I'll kind of recap everything that we got from it, and I'll be in the wetlands, so see you guys in just a little bit. Alright gamers, we are touching down in Menethil. I went ahead and stopped by Ironforge so that we could learn the green iron bracers and the green iron helmet. We won't be able to use this until 29, which is fine because I still need to find some iron and get a citrine anyways, but real quick, let's just check the docks, see if there's any pools, any floating wreckages. Doesn't look like it. Alright, so we have 7 slots that we can take quests from. So let's talk to Carl Boren. We'll take his quest.
Murlocs are crawling out from the deep waters and building their villages on the coastline. They are harassing our fishers and merchants and must be stopped. One of these Murlocs, Gobbler, skulks with other
Gobbler
Murlocs and Harry's merchants along the road, always then retreating to the safety of the nearby Murloc hovels. Our merchants are in jeopardy, and we will pay to secure
What's going on with his voice?
Gobbler prowls the river inlet north of here. Find him, slay his kin, and bring me his head.
It's actually perfect because I need to kill those Murlocs for iridescent pearls anyways. I was taking a peek while I was flying. I actually think a lot of these weapons are going to be weapons that I'm not going to be able to make. Because they're going to be random recipes that drop and things like that. Like, Mighty Iron Hammer. I should have learned this already because it's 145, but I don't have it. Therefore, it is a world drop that I need to get. Same with the Iridescent Hammer. And the issue with that is I'm going to need an Elixir of Ogre's Strength, meaning I'll never be able to make this hammer, unfortunately. Not in Solo Self-Found, right? So I'm looking at a lot of these weapons, and a lot of them, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make. It's more so the armor that I'm going to get value out of being a blacksmith, I think. So, James Halloran.
I'm James Halloran, the tanner. My cured crocolisk skins are sought after all over, shipments leaving by boat to ports around the world. Met Einar? He's one of the hunters that brings crocolisk skins in for me. I'm a bit short on the softer skins that come off crocolisk young. Being that I'm running low, I'll pay you top coin for a stack of the skins. You can find the young crocs in the marshes, right outside of town.
Sounds good to me. There is a level 20 quest in here from Red Jack Flint. We'll take that. We'll take the quest from Sita. We'll take the Green Wardens. We'll take this quest from Terrell Rockweaver. That's a cool last name. War Banners, I'll probably hold off on that one for now. It's a little bit of a higher level quest. Red Jack Flint. Oh, to be at sea once again, to feel the kiss of the wind, and to have the waves rock me like my blessed mother, long ago. Oh, I wish I had your fortune, good Paladin, for I see the sea in your future. It's my job to tell eager souls of the land of Kalimdor, the land of opportunity. If you're willing to try your luck across the sea, then take a ship from here to the lovely port of Theramore. Speak there with my partner, the elf Fiora Longyears. She'll start you on your Kalimdor adventure. So that's kind of like your first quest. That's to take you to somewhere in Kalimdor, which is Theramore, for the Alliance. We've already been there, of course, but we'll get to that eventually. Let's run out of town real quick. Yeah, we've only got 8 minutes left. I'm not really going to be able to do much questing. Give this guy a buff. Terrell Rockweaver.
Oh my, you must be the scout Longbraid said he would send! You cannot imagine how worried I have been. My wife Merrin has been sending me letters each week for the past month. She is part of the Welgar excavation team, but it has been nearly 2 weeks since her last correspondence. Surely something is wrong. Longbraid said that he would send a scout to check up on things if we did not hear from the team soon. I assume that scout is you, adventurer. Find Merrin at the excavation site to the east.
Oh, there he is, Marin Rockweaver. We've got some other business over there anyways. Ormer's Revenge, In Search of the Excavation Team, Uncovering the Past. The Fall of Dunmotor, we'll probably take that. Just want to make sure we have enough space. It's going to be 3 quests that we can accept here. It's going to be Digging Through the Ooze, the Green Wardens, and the Fall of Dunmotor. Let me just check. Oh, look, she's got one of the cats. Oh, this guy sells the Executioner Sword? I never knew that. I thought it was only Antonio that sold it. Give her a bow. Alright, the Green Wardens.
You've heard of the Green Warden? You're not looking for him, are
Oh,
you?
the Green
Well, I say
Warden
you're crazy
specifically
if you
one.
are. But who am I to keep a fool from his death? If you are seeking that beast, then I hear he is in the marsh, east of the road where it forks to Dunmotor. He's lurking there among the crocs, and worse. And leave your money here. You won't need it where you're going. And you don't want to chip old Greeny's tooth on your gold when he bites you in half, do you? I was once first mate on the way...
We'll hold off on the Green Fleet, or the, what's it called? The Third Fleet. Who's the innkeeper here? Glorin? Ah, he's back here. Helbrick.
Fill your tankard and pull up a chair. We've stories to tell and kegs to empty.
Alright, Digging Through the Ooze. Sita.
On my weekly visit to Ironbeard's tomb, I was attacked by dreadful dripping oozes. Naturally, I panicked. I threw my bag at one, but it didn't do anything. The ooze just sucked it right up. Luckily, it did give me enough time to get away. The bad news is that I really need to get the contents of my bag. I don't know which ooze I threw my bag at. They all look the same. Ironbeard's tomb is northeast of here, near Dunmodder. Thank you so much.
Now, I know the drop rate on this quest is pretty low, but the reward is a 10-slot bag, so that'll be our third 10-slot bag. We'll have 2 green bags, this last red leather bag, and then our deviate hide pack, which is really nice. And then in our bank already, we have 2 extra 8-slotters, so we'll have 3 extra 8-slotters for whenever I buy the next slots. I'll really just need 1 more 10-slotter, and then we've got full 10-slotters. That's really nice. Give that guy a mana buff. And then Fall of Dunmodder.
Dunmodder has fallen to the Dark Iron Dwarves! My wounds are grave, adventurer. Most of the regiment was killed. The Dark Iron thugs attacked us before we could regroup from the Thandol Span ambush. Our leader, Longbraid, sounded the retreat horn. As we left the town, I was hit by a stray axe in the back. All went black. I awoke here in Menethil, but I fear for my fellow soldiers. Hope still burns within me. Perhaps Longbraid is still alive. See if you can find him near Dunmodder, person.
This Longbraid guy sounds sick. Alright, for the last couple minutes tonight, I'm just gonna take a gander around Menethil Harbor and soak in the sights. Talk to some of these merchants, see if they have anything. Fine bow. Just a Fletcher merchant. I guess let's check the shores one more time. Oh, look at that. It's a sunken ship. I've never actually noticed this back here. And it's got some kind of like unicorn flag. I wonder what's over there. An adventure for another time, I suppose. There's not a single school of fish here, which is kind of suspicious. Usually there's a good bit of pools by this dock. I'm also curious as to what's back there. It's kind of the backside of Dunmodder. Like all of this. I wonder if you can actually explore this. That, of course, is the boat to Theramore. We've been on that before. It's a food crate. Let's see what's in there. The Maiden's Virtue. That's the name of their ship. Mutton chops. Half a silver piece. Oh, Bart Tidewater. He's the captain of the Maiden's Virtue. Which I'm assuming is this boat, right? If it's docked up here. Turn on my Dwarven passive, see if there's any treasure under the water. It doesn't seem like it. Can I get on this boat? I can. I doubt there's anything on it, but take a peek around. Nice little bed. I'd say there might be a book on here. That'd be kind of cool. Seen this painting many a time. Just some grain. Yeah, nothing on here, but that's okay. Still pretty cool. I've actually never gotten on that boat. Alright, we're probably, yeah, we're just at about our time, so let's head back into the inn. Cave Batty. Does he have the shoulders? I think he has the shoulders. take a peek around at the inn in here and see if there's anything unique in this inn. Gross. Yep, look at that. BOE, 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 BOE. Disgusting. Enchanted +5 weapon damage. Of course, not even made by him. This guy's a fucking rat. This shit is so gross. So gross. Alright, well, tell you what, let's call it here for tonight. We'll pick up again tomorrow where we actually get to start Wetlands, so very excited for that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Peace and love, and God bless gamers.